Ajax are one of Europe's sleeping giants, but the last time they won a league title was 2021, and they've not won the Champions League since 1995. That is a hell of a long time to wait for a Champions League trophy. So today, we're going to fix that by rebuilding Ajax to win this season's Champions League. We're going to need experience, and we're going to need high potential in these players, so this could be a very challenging rebuild. But I've got every confidence in the players that we have found to rebuild this fallen giant. But before we move on with the video, I've got 3 requests for you. Make sure you like the video if you love it, make sure you subscribe if you're new around here, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. And without further ado, let's get into why we're doing this particular rebuild. Ajax is a club with a rich and storied history in European football, particularly in the Champions League. They secured the prestigious title 4 times: 1971, 1972, 1973, and 1995, and they defeated AC Milan 1-0 in the final, with Patrick Kluivert scoring the decisive goal. Their most recent significant European run occurred during the 18-19 campaign, when they reached the semi-finals, showcasing a blend of youthful talent and attacking prowess. However, since the defeat to Tottenham, success was short-lived, as the key players from that squad moved on, including Frankie de Jong, Matthijs de Ligt, and Hakim Ziyech. Despite being the most successful club in Eredivisie history, their last league title was 2021, and the 22-23 campaign saw them finish 3rd. 2 seasons later, they led the league by 9 points in April, but then suffered a late season collapse, allowing PSV to overtake them and clinch the title on the final day, which led to manager Francesco Farioli being sacked at the end of the season. Head coach John Heitinger has been brought in to steer the good ship Ajax back to the top of Europe. So to find out what players Ajax need in the transfer window this summer, we need to have a look at the style of play of the brand new head coach John Heitinger and try and work out which players fit the system. The coach's best formation is a 4-3-3, and his philosophy was deeply rooted in the club's traditional principles, emphasising ball possession, high pressing, and positional fluidity. He encourages his players to build from the back, utilising a 2-3 shape with inverted fullbacks to facilitate positional rotations and exploit spaces against opposition pressure. And this particular approach, aimed to enhance fluidity and build up play as well as positional awareness, aligns with Ajax's commitment to total football. Now, while the offensive play became more dynamic, the defensive organisation required further refinement during his previous interim coaching spell, but that's something he aims to get right this season now he's the permanent head coach. That Ajax squad looks strong already for the upcoming season, but I think there's 3 particular positions that I think they need to strengthen in this particular system to make them an even better challenger for the league title and maybe push them forward in Europe as well. I think they need a left full back to help compete for a starting spot in the first team, especially with the uncertain future of Jorel Hato, as he's rumoured to be moving to Arsenal. They also need to refine their back line with an extra central defender, especially with the departure of defender Jakov Medic to Norwich City this summer, and they finally need a dynamic central midfielder who's capable of dictating the tempo, breaking defensive lines, and copes with the high-pressing, possession-based style of football the head coach plays. So we're going to kick off in the left full-back role, and I think I found someone who can play on both flanks that I think needs a move to a club like Ajax to really get his career back up and running again, and that is this guy, Tariq Lamptey of Brighton and Hove Albion, and this would be a loan deal or a loan to buy deal. The 24-year-old speedster, known for his explosive overlapping runs and defensive solidity, is available on a free transfer next summer and would instantly boost the flanks with pace and width at Ajax. His attack-minded style aligns well with Heitinger's preference for fullbacks who can help dominate possession and pressure high up the pitch. And he also excels at beating opponents in 1v1 duels, has excellent interception anticipation, and his vision for progressive carries and chance creation would enhance Ajax tempos-driven midfield transitions as well. I think Tariq Lamptey has the opportunity to really be a star at Ajax and really break into that team. And I think that a loan deal with a potential obligation or a mandatory option to buy the player, I think would be a very smart thing to do, especially if he breaks through in this season. So I think that Lamptey to Ajax would be a very smart move on that side. He can play on the right, play on the left, he can invert, he can create chances, he can speed down the flanks. He's everything Heitinger needs in a fullback, either side. So for me, I think this would be a very smart acquisition. Next up in the centre-back role, I've got a player who is highly sought after by tons and tons of clubs this summer, Xavier Mubiyama of FC Volendam. He excels in aerial duels and physical contests, and is a commanding presence ideal for high defensive lines and pressing systems. He's also known for his clean passing and composure under pressure, drawing comparisons from the likes of Virgil van Dijk at Liverpool in terms of the profile of the defender he fits best. Heitinga's system requires calm, mobile centre-backs who can carry and spray passes, and Mbuyama matches both the physical and technical demands of this particular system. With the know-how from Barcelona and Chelsea youth systems and his previous experience leading the FC Volendam team, he fits Ajax's philosophy of blending youth potential with tactical sophistication very, very well. Xavier Mbuyama is highly sought after by a number of football clubs around Europe and beyond, and it's clear to see why. He's a very high potential centre-back, known from the youth systems of both FC Barcelona and the Club World Cup winners Chelsea. And for me, I think Mbuyama would suit Heitinga's system perfectly. And if Ajax wants this player, they're going to have to rush to get him, because he's a very highly rated player, as we've said, by tons and tons of clubs across the globe. So if you want this player, John Heitinga, it's first come, first serve, I'm afraid. If you are enjoying it so far, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, hit notification bell so you never miss another video, and hit the like button if you've loved it so far. Now let's get back into the rebuild. Now to end this video, we're going to go into the centre midfield, and originally I had Pablo Torre from Barcelona. However, he's just signed a contract with Mallorca. So I had to think on the spot before recording this for a plan B, and I've gone with the perfect player. Paxton Aronson on a loan or loan-to-buy deal from Eintracht Frankfurt in the Bundesliga. He thrives in transition, presses aggressively, and looks to inject pace when possession turns over, which is a style that aligns strongly with Ajax's philosophy under John Heitinga. He combines defensive grit and forward impetus, which is ideal for Ajax's midfield, doubling up during high pressing and quick transitions. A permanent move for the player is both realistic and appealing to Ajax, and only at 21 years old he can be nurtured into a core member of the first team squad. However, a loan with a loan-to-buy option could be a safer and more realistic option, even more than a permanent move straight up. So he demonstrates all the traits of a John Heitinga type dynamic midfielder. He can do all the jobs that Heitinga wants from that type of player, and I think it would be a very underrated move. I think that, again, Ajax need to be really smart about these signings. They can't just go and splash 20, 30 million like the Napolis can or the Man Cities can, etc., to really bolster their core squads and their elite squads. I think Ajax need to be a bit smarter than that, and I think that with Ajax's attacking philosophy, with their total football past, you know, reaching through into the present, I do think that comes through in someone like a Paxton Aronson on a loan or a loan to buy, or if they wanted to go for a permanent deal, they could do just that. So that's three players that I think can transform Ajax into a potential Champions League challenging side and could definitely win the Eredivisie potentially this season over the likes of PSV Eindhoven and Feyenoord. Let me know in the comments down below any more players that you think would be fantastic fits for Ajax in the transfer window this summer. But before we head off, I need you to do one more thing for me. Make sure you hit the like button if you've loved this video, subscribe if you're new around here, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. And for now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the CHALL, Terra for now, and as they say in the Netherlands, tot ziens. And if you don't know what that means in English, it means see you later.